on the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he's out of bounds, not the return that he had drawn up, no way, and actually loses yards. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Burrow. This one falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now they send their back in motion right. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing it to start this drive. That one's complete, right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from the 41. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives this forward to the 6. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on first. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns go up 6-0 here in the first. Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Burrow. Fits it through the middle. The 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's Chubb. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Burrow from the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They need the right call here. It'll be third and goal. On third and goal, here's Burrow. Pass caught, 9-yard line. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown with the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Hand off to the back. Spins out of one stop. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They have themselves another first and 10. Back to the well again. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Another carry for him. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They're going play action. Launches one deep downfield. This one's intercepted. It's Cam Taylor-Britt. Has room down the left sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Oh no, ball's loose! Ball's loose in the end zone! And he's gonna zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 13-point lead. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate. Yep. This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Option give here. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Third and long for him here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play now. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. Into traffic, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 37. He's on the move. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that 1st down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a 1st down for the offense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Browns, who have 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. blitz on the way. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. That one's out and cut on the right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, instead of my usual, why? I'm going to ask you how. How do you stop him short on the sneak right there? And the answer, well, most of the time you can't. And you don't. And that's why they'll go to that sneak time and time again.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a one-score game before halftime. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Wangu now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. On 1st down, here's Burrow. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. It looked to me like that was actually his primary read on the play partner, but it's picked off before the ball could get there.
Yeah, definitely some advanced scouting by this defense. They know that that running back can be dangerous as a pass receiver as well, like so many in the league today. This defense was ready. Offense wanted to create that matchup, but the defense, they were prepared, and they took it away.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 11. Cut at the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Browns earn the chance to tie it before halftime. The Browns keeping the offense out on the football field. They want 2 here. He's throwing for it. Oh, they're going to bring him down. They get the sack and preserve their 1-point lead. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Returnable from the 2. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Wangu now to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 23. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Running this one left. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They send a man in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. Runs inside the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back-to-back carries here. Another big rip for him. That play good for 17 and a first down.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grab the lead on their first series of the half. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Wangu now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st down, Burrow to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Burrow. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action now. Burrow. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds Chase on the slant. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. They hand this one off. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Got it, man. It's Njoku. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack, and that brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell him to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Short pass caught by his tight end. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He hands it off. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back now, pressure on its way. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Looking for the back that time. 4th down coming up. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. He puts some air under it. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns nearing their 6th win this season. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They pitch it out to him here. Runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead. Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Wangu now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh no, they get him yet again. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Going ground here. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns make it a 24-point ball game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Wangu now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds his man, Chase. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Burrow setting to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Burrow setting up the play action. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for two. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that two-point attempt. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff.
You know exactly what this defense is thinking right now, Kate. They are thinking safety. Off the snap, boy, they crash the line, and they're inching closer and closer to the end zone.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. Give him 4 yards, but no more. It's going to be 3rd down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. They'll try and throw it here. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Bengals football. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Burrow from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. He's got it at the 5. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.